Awesome, Matt. I think we are live.
Yeah, looks like it.
That's that's
We're
that's looking
on
good.
air.
You can actually ask somebody if you can write on chat, if you can hear us loudly and clearly. And we're going to start in a couple of seconds with a webinar hosted for the first time, the partner day online. But yeah, there will be more to come. And actually, Matt, we are planning the on-site event as we were discussing for multiple weeks already.
Yeah, so this is not just a webinar, right?
Yeah.
It's a full-on Xplus Partner Day, the first one ever. It should be very, very interesting. But yeah, we were planning initially to do it on site. We wanted to do a nice on-site event in Warsaw to invite our partners and maybe even some customers to talk about our solutions in detail and how they work in real life, what kinds of results they generate, both for customers and partners. But it wasn't meant to be this year to do it on site, so
Sure.
we settled on doing it online. I think this will still be great. The sessions will be, very focused on value, and I'm sure everyone who attends will take something out of it, something valuable from each and every session.
We
Uh,
probably won't also overlap with the events we had because this year was crazy for Vegas, Porto Roche. We've
yeah.
showed a lot, but yeah, I think we have some new stuff for our guests.
Oh yeah, for sure. The amount of events, like just in May, it was way too much. But this year in general, I think we've been to a record number of events, right? This Mavim event in Amsterdam. We had this Credo event for XF in Warsaw. We had the Microsoft AI tour in Brussels. We had the roundtable from Microsoft in Warsaw. We had the companion events in Copenhagen, in
Yeah,
Bucharest,
Bucharest. Yeah, true.
the CR event in London, and then the Dynamics Con in Vegas. That was a fun event, wasn't it?
And also Porto Roche and this multiple other on-site visits with partners. Yeah, this I believe this is the moment where Lufthansa and all the Star Alliance flights, the Star Alliance companies, they should send us some flowers for spending so much cash on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should, shouldn't they, huh? They
Yeah,
should be treating us better for being such frequent flyers. But
true,
yeah,
true.
it's been crazy between these events and visiting partners, customers. It's difficult to actually find the time, to catch up on things.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, excited. That'll be great event. And as Matt is mentioning, we are co-hosting here today with multiple people on board. There will be Matt hosting the session. There will be Paweł Bączkowski who will run the data mining and process mining functionalities. So we're gonna have Paweł Woźniak. So everybody who is actually very visible on the YouTube channels and on-site session with partners and customers. You will see us all today. We brought the A team to show you everything we've came up through last years and guide you through how to collaborate with Xplus, become our partner, how to make revenue streams because this is the goal, yeah, Matt? We want to bring business and we want to grow together with partners.
Exactly, that's the way to go. When we bring value to the customers together, these customers are happy. You, as our partners, are happy, and we are happy. So, when everyone is happy, that means we're doing something right together. But Bart, what a journey it has been, right? These past, I don't know, 8 or more years, from being a market leader in AX 2009 and AX 2012 for automated testing to
Yeah.
becoming the number one paid solution for F&O for automated testing, to having our security setup solution, well, first developing it to solve security issues for customers, then selling it to Microsoft so that now everyone can take part and solve their custom security roles with user security governance, to now this exciting new observability solution, the first one ever for F&O.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
I think
was it easy?
I think that's a roller coaster. That describes the way you think you know everything about the market and the partners and the value proposition, but then competition. Microsoft releases our set for free, and we've been kind of questioning what do we do? We have a paid product, and how to collaborate, and we won, as you mentioned. And overall, I think the best value we can extract from all those years is that I think we have very good nose, very good feeling what products to build, and how to build them, what kind of functionalities, how to collaborate with market, how to collaborate with Microsoft and partners to bring significant value. And I think this experience we are sharing together with the team, because it's a fact that we also internally are very stable. We have a little churn on the team. Everybody with high knowledge stays, and that actually gives us that feeling of the market to know where to position next step. So I think that 8 years, it's a stability. It's a roller coaster, but it's stability and the big pleasure that we can actually bring some game changers to the market, as you were mentioning, security, an example. Okay.
Yeah. And now there's also a very exciting opportunity with Microsoft deprecating RSAT.
Sure.
I'll talk a little bit more about this during my session, but I think everyone is thinking, like, what now? Microsoft
Yeah,
deprecating
exactly.
RSAT. Many customers use it to some point. Some use it very little. Some use it more. In my opinion, RSAT is not really a viable solution for bigger projects. If you have more than 100 test scripts, it gets very difficult to manage that in RSAT. But smaller projects having 50 test scripts in RSAT, that's perfectly fine. And many customers who are doing that now will start looking into some other solutions. And we are targeting this moment. We are thinking strategically about how to make it work so that we can go with our light version, which is a free version of the solution, which we already shipped before Microsoft announced this
True.
this RSAT deprecation. But we want to make this solution a tool that anyone can use, that is free, and that brings a whole lot better experience than RSAT ever brought. But yeah, it's just about us figuring out this freemium premium model, how to make this work. And we've already received a lot of very, very useful feedback from many of our partners on how to shape this this version. Again, the version 1 is already available on App Stores, but we're now thinking about how to improve it, how to make the version 2 the standard go-to solution for anyone needing help with test automation in F&O. And of course, there will be just some limitation on how much you test. If you get really serious about testing and you start testing a lot and very frequently, sooner or later you will need to upgrade from this free version to a premium version, to a paid version. But yeah, customers who will continue to test small will be able to use the free version pretty much forever.
True, true. Yeah, that's a point. And we've encountered value of kind of the estimate that there are close to 3,000 customers across the globe with RSAT being somehow active. So that'll be interesting how this conversion will go on. And yeah, today over multiple sessions, you will see details of that. And I think I will just carry on to the agenda with
Let's take a look what we have for this first one ever Xplus Partner Day.
exactly. So we are starting with welcome. We will walk you through the observability as the foundation for your future. That will be hosted by me. I'll give you some good understanding of what this product does and how to perceive that for your dynamic finance and operations environments.
Just maybe to say a few words about Bart, if you don't know him yet. Bart is our VP of products. He's the man behind all our major solutions. He's been critical in our success, and I'm always amazed by the insights he brings to the table, and also just the sheer breadth of his knowledge. And in this session, Bart, I believe you'll take everyone through the product that's been getting a lot of attention lately,
Yeah.
Discovery. And you talk about the values that observability brings for F&O customers.
Exactly. Yes. So that will be summarized in a glimpse. Naturally, this application has a massive. This is going to be a foundation for an entire day, because the observability at the end of everything, how we're going to perceive that, builds value for auditing, for testing, from process mining, for performance testing, and so forth. So that will be something which combines all of that. And if you're going to take a look on the first session, you're going to have. That would be a nice starter for the other topics. We're going to have process mining hosted by Paweł Woźniak. We're going to have test automation by you, Matt, our head of product, head of the partnerships. Thank you so much, Matt, for kind words. Always great to co-host
My pleasure.
and co-hike the world. Yeah, we do a lot of traveling together with Matt to partners and customers, so we are able to brainstorm a lot how to build good products in our ecosystem. And lastly, we will have Paweł Woźniak on the complete vision of performance of your D365 FSCM and BC test automation live. So that will be a complete day with us today, and I bet you won't get bored. I bet that you're gonna see here today multiple great values. And yeah, let us know, what do you think about that? We're gonna redo those webinars and feel more than invited for on-site events we're gonna host soon.
Yeah, we'll start also each session with a quick survey just to get a better understanding of the audience and also better tailored this experience for you. So please participate in those surveys. Also, for each session, just write your questions, comments in the chat. There will always be at least a few minutes, hopefully, for each session to address your questions at the end. And there will also be a 15-minute break between each of the sessions. Of course, it may be a little longer or a little shorter, depending on how the session actually ends. But there should be at least some break for each. And again, we'll start all of these sessions with the quick survey. So please take part in that. And I think with that, Bart, I'll just leave you to your first session.
I have one more point. See that we are actually visiting the BizApps Summit in Seattle next month. I think it will be also a good moment to invite people for, I think, first ever comparison of test automation tools, applications on the scene. So that will be very interesting discussion done and hosted by Dynamics communities in Seattle. We've been invited to compare all the current test automation solutions available on the market, targeting finance and operations. And on the scene, we'll be able to answer questions how we perceive our test automation in agentific era. So that will be interesting. I'm super excited. And I love where we stand, Matt, now. With the power from the observability, we are giving to the market such a unique combination of functionalities, a platform which is uncomparable. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. So feel invited for that. And we have the event in October. That'll be the
the Dynamics Con Europe. I believe this is what you mean, the one happening in Frankfurt. Or also there's the Summit NA in October, I think in Nashville this year.
yes.
So yeah, the next three events we're talking about, we're thinking about, what we're going to, are going to be this BizApp Summit in at the end of July. Be sure to let us know if you're coming. Again, we'll have this really nice session on comparing the different test automation solutions. Bart is gonna destroy the competition, I believe. And then there's going to be the Dynamics Con in Europe, in Frankfurt in October, and then Community Summit in Nashville in the US also in October.
Exactly, and that'll be a great occasion if the content you're going to see today over today's agenda will interest you. On site, we are organizing some more one-to-one demos with partners. We discuss everything in detail. We want to propose a safe approach on scalability and building you services that will actually bring you massive value for your end customers and yeah, build new revenue streams. So all of that in a glimpse today, but on site we can go to details and navigate how to embed all the applications you're going to see today. And I think, yeah, with that being said, I will jump into the observability. Thank you so much, Matt, for co-hosting the welcome with me. And look forward for your part soon. And yeah, let's
Thanks so
jump
much, Bart.
in
Uh,
observability.
Everyone, please enjoy the session by Bart.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Right, so we are after a short break, so yeah, I will slowly start. So today's my session is about performance monitoring, our solution for finance and operations that can be used to monitor your performance and to see the metrics of our environment and yeah, correlate all the layers of dynamics in single application, in single tool. All right. Before we start, we will take a quiz. So yeah, I will share my quiz, and then you can guys start scanning the codes and answer the questions. So first one is, are you facing performance difficulties? Of course, in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. Yes, we got 2 yeses. Okay, let's wait a few seconds. Right. 3 out of 3 so far. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, clearly it says that performance difficulties, performance issues are common issue, common problem for the customers and for the partners, of course, because at the end of the day, the partners are the ones who are blamed for any difficulties with performance. All right. Let's go to the next question, which is, are you aware of system hardware setup, of your system hardware setup? Yeah, application of Dynamics can be set up in different ways. Yeah, so we are interested if you're aware how in your case it looks like. Okay, we got 2 yeses, 1 no. All right, we can see this as well on the market that yeah, often partners, customers, they don't know even how the hardware is set by Microsoft underneath Dynamics. Okay, and that's good. We have also 2 yeses, so it's not that bad. Okay, so next one is, do you use App Insights to gain performance understanding? Yep, Apps Insights is of course common solution for Dynamics. 1 yes, 1 no. Okay, we got 1 more answer. All right, half and half. Okay, so today I will try to highlight a few differences between App Insights, also LCS, and our application, our solution. Yeah, so today I will also show for a second App Insights. So for those who used App Insights, you will see how different is our application and what extra you can do in it. And of course, if you didn't see so the App Insights, then yeah, you will see something new today. Okay, let's go to the next one. when a client reports the D365 feels slow, how long does it typically take for your team to identify the root cause? So this is open question. If you didn't have any experience with that, that's fine. But yeah, if you have some, it's great to have some answers. 2 weeks, 2 and 3 weeks. Yeah, that's not bad actually. We saw longer periods for sure. Yeah, so 2 3 weeks is very typical time frame. Of course, there are some performance issues that are very hard to identify, and sometimes even months can pass until we find out the root cause, the cause of this issue. Of course, our monitoring helps in identifying it. Okay, very similar answers. These 2 3 weeks, month, and 3 to 4 weeks. Right, thank you. Let's go with the next one. Have you ever lost a client conversation about system performance because you didn't have enough data to back up your position? So yeah, it is about the conversations. Yeah, maybe you lost some prospects that were interested in performance, or maybe you lost a client. Okay, I can see 3 yeses. Right, so that's good information for us as well. Okay, one no. That yeah, it just confirms that the problems with performance are common. Right, let's see the next one. Do you currently have visibility into your client's D365 performance environments, hardware setup, database load, AOS behavior without needing? Yeah, so if you don't have any very big problems, any disasters, do you have a way to check performance of your clients' environments? And so this question is about if partners they have tools to have a visibility, to have observability on performance. We depend on the client. Okay, we got 2 answers. Let's wait maybe a few seconds to get 2 more. Okay, so yes, I guess through the app insights. Okay, I think we've got the quiz. So yeah, thank you very much for all the answers. Yeah, this is just kind of confirms that yeah, you're in a good place, and we as well to present you the next slides and some use cases of our application. Right. So let me just share again, and we can start. Right, so today we will talk about why should we monitor performance of Dynamics 365. Pretty obvious slide, but yeah, let's see this. Business impact on performance issues. I found some statistics that might be interesting for you. What is performance monitoring? Of course, I will present you the application. Performance monitoring versus why standard tools are not enough. So as mentioned, we will compare LCS, App Insights, and performance monitoring. Performance monitoring versus performance testing. I wanted to highlight the differences because we have both customers, partners that come to us, and sometimes they are looking for performance testing, automated performance testing, but in general, in their cases, more more insightful would be to use monitoring instead of testing. Yeah, I will try to highlight those differences and when we should do monitoring or testing. Key role of performance monitoring in performance testing. Demo, I will show you a few use cases of our application, and then how partners can use performance monitoring in their portfolio, and then we will have questions and answers. Okay, so why should we monitor performance in Dynamics? So of course, poor system performance directly impacts productivity and business efficiency. Yeah, if users are constantly frustrated to wait for the things, to click on the things and have this waiting screen in Dynamics, this takes a lot of time, not only for waiting, but also on the frustration that something is not working, that we cannot process our deadlines. Yeah, very often employees, they have some deadlines that they need to finish some work, but they cannot. And of course, it have an impact on them, so the frustration grows. So poor performance of Dynamics 365, yeah, it decreases both productivity, but also the efficiency, how motivated are our employees to work in the system. Yeah, lack of visibility makes it hard to explain issues to clients and build trust. As you answered, yeah, it might be difficult to tell customer why their system is getting slow. If we don't have any monitoring, any observability, especially the one that works constantly in the background of Dynamics application and monitors the performance, it's really hard to tell why system got slow. And very often we don't know what to do, because if we will use standard tools like LCS, we need to kind of invoke the issue before we can register it. So it's good to have application that works constantly and builds the history of our metrics, so it can be analyzed anytime. Yeah, without data, partners cannot proactively advise customers or identify risks early. So yeah, if customer says system is slow, we don't have any data, any monitoring, then we are limited to wait until the issue will be faced again, and try to identify it, or we need to kind of work with customer on finding out what can be the root cause. With the monitoring, we don't need to rely that much on the customer. We don't need to rely that much on standard tools. We have monitoring constantly working on. Performance issues often surface only when business operations are already affected. Yeah, this is very common because usually performance issues, they are not single thing that causes slowness or performance drops in the system. Usually this is a combination of elements. To give you an example, yeah, very often we run batch jobs in the background, and usually the problems will happen if we will have more than one thing that creates problems. Yeah, let's imagine that we have the batch jobs running, we have somebody at the same time who will invoke a very large report with a lot of data, and also we have some other employees that are constantly posting some transactions in the application. Then probably this is the situation when the issue will happen. And usually when we want to kind of reproduce the issue, it's hard, because it's hard to reproduce that complex situation where many people doing many things at the same time. So yeah, very often it is hard to reproduce those issues, and we can see them only on the live production environment, which is not something that we want to see too often. difficult to demonstrate value of optimizations without measurable evidence. So of course, if we want to optimize the performance, if we want to create some solution to some problems, first we should have the metrics before any changes, before any solution implementation, and after to compare those measures. If we don't have any data, then we are blindly shooting to Dynamics. No clear way to differentiate your services from standard implementation partners. Performance optimizations are not popular, I would say. Not too many partners they have it in offer. So having some services around performance monitoring, performance optimizations might be very good differentiator on the market when many partners are involved in the deal. Then you might get some points because you have this kind of services thanks to performance monitoring. Okay, so now some statistics from the market. So a single day in Dynamics 365 incident, a few hours can generate approximately around 160,000 in total losses. So this is data from alldata.com. So this is also what we hear from partners, from customers, that even single break in the system might cost hundreds of dollars. Minor even downtime can cost from 10 to 50,000. So minor incident like few minutes or some slowness in processing, but not blocked processing, still may cause us significant amount of money. Over 90% of enterprises report downtime costs exceeding $300 per hour. So this information is from a LinkedIn post from one of the statistics company. So if we talk about enterprise solutions, the costs are getting larger and larger. So in this case, with enterprise solutions, we can talk about even 300s per hour. In larger organizations, downtime can reach even 1 million in critical scenarios, especially in those critical things like production organizations. Those costs can be even more than million. Poor performance directly reduces productivity and delays core business operations. That's obvious. If we have slowness in the system, we can take less operations, and also as mentioned, our employees getting unmotivated, down-motivated each time when they need to use the system, and this is not a good thing. It also decreases the efficiency of our employees. And the system downtime leads to customer dissatisfaction, revenue loss, and reputational damage. So of course, as a partner, if you have customers that constantly are facing this kind of issues, you may even lost customer for the performance issues in the system. Right. So what is the performance monitoring? Performance monitoring is our own solution dedicated for Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, which presents core metrics and core statistics about all 3 layers of Dynamics 365 environments. In Dynamics, we have 3 main layers of application, which is the SQL, AOS, and batch job server. So all those 3 layers may cause performance drops, performance issues, even if not directly, it can be indirectly. As mentioned, correlation between running multiple heavy things in the system usually is the cause of the issues. So that's why we monitor all 3 layers, and all three layers, they can be displayed, and data from them can be correlated between. So yeah, we can present that. Of course, performance monitoring allows you to identify performance bottlenecks, blocked queries that take too long, table growth statistics, how our tables are growing with the data. Also, performance monitoring contains the alerting feature, so it allows you to be proactive with some performance drops. You can create alerts with the thresholds. So if the threshold is broken, then your administrator can get information about it. So whenever something breaks on customer environment, you can get info about it even before customer will contact you, or you can be proactive and contact your customer even if they are not contacting you yet, if you found some inefficiencies. Yeah, tool detects inefficiencies, regressions, and optimization opportunities. Yeah, many things inside Dynamics, especially with SQL, they can be optimized. Some queries they can be modified to be faster, to chunk data a bit. So there are multiple ways how the performance can be optimized, but it cannot be done without the data. So performance monitoring will not give the solution to the issues, but will identify them. Will help you to identify the root causes of any performance problems. Yeah, a source of measurable data to support decisions and proof improvements. Yeah, with this data, you can even contact Microsoft, show them data from performance monitoring, and take decisions based on the data that was observed, that was taken from the production environment, from observing the production environment. A capability that turns performance insights into actionable recommendations. So as mentioned, many things can be optimized. So if you analyze data gathered by performance monitoring, you may find out very good opportunities to help your customers with some performance optimizations. Okay, so some key features, direct impact on performance. So yeah, as mentioned, you monitor performance. Of course, we work on the production layer, so you monitor your production environment. What is worth mentioning is that our application is very light in terms of the megabytes and the traffic that goes through the application. That's because we are just taking snapshots of the performance metrics, and those snapshots are presented. So this is something where we are different from, for instance, App Insights, which constantly shoots the queries to Dynamics, which creates some impact on the performance. So application to monitor performance is also impacting the performance. This is not with our application, because our app just takes the snapshots, so we do not spam the queries, the scripts to Dynamics. Personalization. Application can be modified. You can customize the dashboards that we have. There are options to create your custom dashboards, your own dashboards. For instance, to monitor even some specific things like amount of transactions done in hour. Yeah, we had some situations where we wanted to see how many sales transactions were done in 1 hour. So this kind of custom metrics, custom monitors, they can be created. You just need to create SQL scripts for that. Yeah, you can create your metrics for many things inside the system. Also those business things, not only performance. Advanced diagnostics and monitoring, proactive performance management. So as mentioned, those alerts allows us to be more proactive because we know when issue happened, and we get the notification immediately when it happens. Cost reductions and resource optimization. So of course, any solutions, any optimizations to performance, they lead us to cost reductions, the resource optimizations, because users they don't have any slowness in the system, so they can work faster, and they don't get frustrated on any slowness. So of course it also optimizes it from that perspective. Improved security and compliance. So real-time monitoring allows us for quick responses to any irregularities that can happen. All right. So why standard tools are not enough? The most common tools on the market are LCS for every Dynamics environment. We have access to LCS, of course. And next thing, which is also very popular on the market, which is application insights. So there are some differences. First is end-to-end visibility, SQL, AOS, and batch. In our application, you can correlate all those three layers, even on single dashboard, on single metrics. With LCS application insights, you have this data, you can monitor also those three layers, but it's really hard to correlate this data together. Usually, if we need to use application insights, we need just to download the data from the application, also from LCS, use some Excel file, correlate that data in Excel files, and then we have this data with our app. You don't need to do that. Everything is in single place, all the layers, and yeah, all of them, they can be even on single dashboard. So you see how one thing can impact other layer. Yeah, if a lot of SQL operations are running, we can see how the batch job server is doing at that time. Okay, SQL level analysis, queries, logs, blocking. In our app, we have dedicated dashboards for all those queries, loggings, and blocking for all three things. We have dedicated dashboards. It is a bit different with LCS. LCS can also show you the long queries, also blocked queries. But with LCS, it's the problem is that you have this data only from 1 hour, so you can go only 1 hour back. Yeah, so if something happened longer than 1 hour, then you don't have this, and you need to invoke the issue once again to see this information in LCS. With application insights, on the other hand, you can monitor the same things, but if you need to monitor SQL with application insights, then application insights will get much heavier than it is already. So it impacts also the performance of the system if we need to go that deep with application insights. Yeah, so correlation across the system layers, we mentioned that. Custom business metrics. Yeah, in LCS it is pretty limited. In application insights, of course, we can do those things. but also with some limitations. Root cause analysis support, of course, it can be done with all three applications. With our competitors, of course, things are harder to find, harder to analyze. It's harder to interpret the data. Many times you need to correlate it by yourself. So that's why it is also limited thing. Real-time monitoring with our performance monitoring and application insights is possible. With LCS, we have only post data. We don't have really real-time monitoring. And proactive alerting, this actually can be done in all three applications. So if I would highlight one main thing is this correlation across all the system layers and custom business metrics. Those are the biggest differentiators. Also the lightness of performance monitoring compared to other tools and real-time monitoring. Also, I don't have it on the slide, but our application can keep the historic data. So you can keep even 1 year of performance metrics of your production environment to do analysis of this data. So this is important to mention, that you can keep the historical data in performance monitoring as well. Okay, very quickly, the differences between performance monitoring and performance testing. So performance testing validates systems ready before go live. So this is usually the trigger for customers to do the performance testing if they need to evaluate the production environment before go live. And performance testing simulates expected user load in controlled environment. So if we have already some issues on the environment, usually performance testing will not help us, because performance testing simulates the expected workload, usually not on the one-to-one copy of production, but on test environment. So usually performance testing is done to find the performance issues, to find if expected workload will create the issues. But if we have issues already on the environment, then testing will not help us. Testing will just show that yes, we have a problem. Yeah. So in the situation where problems with performance, they are already here, then we should focus more on the monitoring and on the analysis of the real system behavior of production, of user activity, and on the three layers of the application, and try to identify some irregularities in the performance. So worth to remember, worth to know that performance testing is not needed if we already have a slow system and if we already have some issues. Then we don't need to test, because the testing is done to find out those issues. Then in this situation, we should have monitoring. But of course, monitoring can be part of performance testing. With executive automates for testing, very often we do performance testing. We can use this application to simulate even hundreds of sessions at the same time to simulate real business scenarios. And then we can use as well in parallel performance monitoring during testing to see how this workload that we create, that we want to simulate, how it affects performance and how it affects our system. And so of course we can use monitoring to speed up testing and to also present the results and analyze the results from the testing. So with the combined approach, if we use both applications, we can do both monitoring of the performance and performance testing. So this is really good combo for customers before go live, if they want to evaluate the environment before going live. Or if we identified some issues with the performance monitoring, we may use also executive automats to maybe reproduce the issues with the created workload. So both applications, they work together really well. All right, so yeah, let's see the application and a few examples. So very quick look on the application itself. Application gets installed to Dynamics 365 through deployable package, and all the monitoring scripts, they are inside Dynamics, the SQL scripts for the metrics. But the results, the dashboards, they are presented on Azure portal. So here we can graphically see changes in our performance. So from standard things that we can monitor, that we can gather, we have information about CPU usage, as you can see on all the layers. In my case, I have 3 AOS servers, 2 batch servers, and 1 SQL server. All the data is on single dashboard, so I can see each individually, or I can see correlated data. Pretty interesting thing. This is not something that I prepared, but I can see that on my environment, I had some SQL issues, SQL drop on CPU. So this is something that could be analyzed. Let's see other layers at that time. I can see that some batch was also performing at that time. Second batch server as well, and AOSs, they were pretty fine. Yeah, so probably my SQL was slowed down by the batch servers. Of course, as I said, I didn't prepare that. This is just something I can see here. So yeah, of course, with proper analysis, we may find out what was the root cause. Yeah, what are the other things? Of course, we can see also the memory, also on all the layers, number of sessions active in environment, queries that got blocked here on the chart, or we can display the raw data as well. Transactions per second, and these are the default dashboards that you get like out of the box with application. But as mentioned, you can also create your own dashboards, which can be around the performance, but they can be even something around the business. Like I mentioned, we once were checking sales transactions per second as well, and this kind of scripts and this kind of metrics you can also gather. Okay, we can see here that the batch requests per second was really high, almost 3,000 batch requests. So for sure, my SQL SQL issue was caused by the batch requests. Yeah, in and out statistics, top executions. So those queries that are frequently executed, top duration of queries, reads, top writes, also table count. So you can see how much data you have in different tables of Dynamics, and also the growth of the tables in last hour and in dedicated time range. And yeah, let's scroll down. Long queries. This one I will use in a second, so I will show you what we can see here. Top executed queries, use storage, and resources of CPU in my case. Yeah, so these are the standard metrics that you can use. And yeah, let's do some use case. One of the use cases that you may have with your customers is the situation where customer was working as usual without any problems, without any performance drops, but they got updated to the new version, and then something broke. So I want to kind of invoke this kind of situation. So yeah, give me a sec to just refresh my Dynamics environments. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's see the first situation. Yeah, let's go to maybe all customers. This is pretty heavy table. So yeah, this is the situation before update. It took me like seconds to open all customers. Let's try again. Yeah, like 2, maybe 3 seconds to open this table. But let's kind of simulate the situation after the update. So give me a sec. All right, and let's try again. And all right, this time something changed. Let's agree that we got updated to the new update, and now the same table that was working is slowed down. So with our application inside Dynamics, first thing that you can see is to see the query, to see the slow query that is processed. So I can see my session under the context info. I can see my session ID, and I can see the query that takes longer than expected. Let's see, it is still processing. So first thing I can see here the query. So by knowing the name, I can now find it in performance monitoring as well. So let's go here. I will maybe change the time range to have like past 30 minutes. And also let's add a filter on myself, context, and not all. All right, let's see if we will see it anyway. Yeah, and in Performance Monitor, I can use long queries table, and here I can see my my query. It took 34 seconds. This is just a snapshot, so our snapshot was done in 34th second when this query was processed. But as you can see in long queries, immediately I have information that that query was slowed down. Yep. So if you have the customer that was working fine, but after the update he's facing any slowness, so every long query that users are facing can be then found in application. More than that, you can prepare also the alert that will inform you if this kind of query will take longer than the selected threshold. Yeah, and if I will try to use LCS for the same thing, then I can use activities, and here I have long queries as well. Let's try to search for it, and let me just copy the beginning of the query, and let's try to find it. Okay, not yet. Maybe I will refresh. I'm not sure if I have the correct time range. Let's try again. Long queries. And let's try to find it. Not really. My LCS didn't get that long query yet. Okay, we will try to check it in a second. Let's refresh my App Insights as well, because I want to show you also difference how it looks in App Insights. So in App Insights as well, I am able to see that there was a slow query in on the cast table list page. But as you can see here, I don't have any correlation to the session. I don't know which user it was. Of course, I need to work with the ID, maybe find out it somewhere else. But the data I have here is a bit limited. Anyway, if I would need to see the long queries, App Insights can be used for that. But as you see, you have much less data than in our case. Here we have full SQL, duration of it, all the times, server that got slowed, and also the context. So from this place, I can see which user faced the issue. So as you can see, both applications, they gather similar things, but how the data is presented is a bit different. All right, and let me just see one more thing. So this is also the same query. Let me maybe refresh it. So this is just a view, full view from the query, and here I have the like a history of all the long queries that happened in the past. So here I have data from the 10th a.m. So what we can verify is total duration, total CPU time. So in my last row here, the total duration is 580 seconds. So by analyzing that, we can also find out the root causes of the issues, because what can cause this kind of issue? The most common thing might be the change in the query. If we have like new field, new column in the table, or there is a change just in how the query looks, this might change the query plan in the system, and sometimes some queries may take longer because of the change of the query plan. Also, the indexes may get updated for the table, and then again it may change the query plan, which may cause some longer executions of the query. There are also migrations between the servers. Yeah, many times customer servers are shared between other customers from Microsoft. So I know that many customers are not even aware of it. That yes, sometimes they share environments between other customers. So not environments, sorry, servers where the environments are held. They might be shared by multiple customers. So sometimes it may also cause the longer executions of the queries. And all right, so this would be first use case, how you can use performance monitor to find out this kind of situation where one of the users faced some slow behavior of the application, and immediately you can use the active queries in our monitoring to find out the query. And also in of course Azure portal, you have all long queries, so you can very quickly find out what happened. And yeah, let me just see the timing. Okay, it's okay. So one more thing that I would like to show you is a situation where some session may block other sessions, other users, and this might be also checked in our application. It also can be displayed in our app. So let me just again invoke this kind of scenario. Okay. So now if I will check my active queries, I should find out main query. This is session, maybe yeah, I think I can make this one a little smaller and this one. Yeah, so main session 33 is blocking other sessions now. Yeah, so what we can see here that my user blocked other users, other queries, other transactions. So how this is presented in performance monitoring? So we need to wait few seconds because monitoring creates snapshots every minute, but soon we should be able to use blocked queries chart dashboard to see the situation. For now, okay, I refreshed. I didn't have any blocked queries. But right now I can see amount of 12 queries that got blocked by my user. Probably it is even more now. So let's wait another minute and we will refresh. All right. Up to 32 queries got blocked by my user. So let me just terminate my session. Let's find it. I can terminate it. Okay, so all the blockades were released and they are all queued right now because they are released now. And in our performance monitoring, I should see this situation as well. So let's wait a minute for another snapshot. All right, and then we can see drop of the blocked queries. So yeah, this is also a very common situation that some users may face slowness because they are blocked by some other operations that are running in the background. So by using active queries, you can quickly identify which users are blocking others. And of course, if you need the dashboard, the chart in the application in the Azure portal, you will see chart of the situation. Of course, you can display it on the full screen. Here you can also present results in a raw data. Yeah, this is our situation. Here, worth mentioning, you can also use KQL language to search for the data. Let me just change this query to I will just paste. Maybe I will just remove it and paste it, and let's run query. Yeah, and here now I am able to see all the queries that got blocked. Of course, here I am seeing the those queries that were blocked by myself. Of course, in active queries, I know which session it was, because here I'm presenting you now all those queries that got blocked by session 53, which was mine session. So this way you can also quickly search the results by using KQL language to also present the data and search for the data, aggregate it, and filter it. All right, so yeah, these are the use cases that I have for today. Let's get back to presentation. I have still a few slides. Let me just. All right, start presenting. Okay, what's going on here? It says almost ready in Polish. Okay. Okay, I guess we will have to wait for that. Yeah, in the meantime, while this is loading up, maybe you have some questions, so you can start also asking those on the chat, so we can answer them at the end. Come on. Didn't happen on my dry run, so that's quite interesting. Let me maybe once again. All right, we are back. Okay, so how partners can benefit from this application, from performance monitoring? So of course, you can expand your service portfolio with performance monitoring and optimization services. You can move from reactive support that only answers on the blames, on the problems, on the issues from customers. You can also be more proactive with the alerts set for all your customers. So whenever something happens with the performance for one of your customers, you get notified by that, and you can react quickly on it or be proactive to customer. I bet that your customers they would be surprised that that you contact them because you found something that you can optimize. Build recurring revenue through continuous monitoring and reporting. Yeah, this is also a good idea to have like recurring service to report performance situation every month, every maybe quarter, with some recommendations, optimizations, ideas based on the analysis of the data that monitoring gathers. Yes, strengthen the client relationships with data-driven recommendations. So of course, we need data to present our solutions. So with performance monitoring, you can rely on the data before you will propose some more optimizations, and also after solutioning, you can present the data, how the situation changed with the new solution. It then differentiate from standard implementation partners. As you answered also in the quiz, performance issues are common. They are happening almost for every customer, but still not too many partners are helping customers with performance issues. So yeah, with performance monitoring, you can be the one who can.